Okay, so the next one, let's talk about something similar to this constructor overload. It's called the method overload. So back to the cars again. It would do exactly the same as this constructor here. The only difference is methods and functions, they either return data or they don't, right? So the idea is exactly the same. So let's just say I have a function here to maybe calculate the mileage of these cars. Okay, so I could have another property here. We'll call it public mileage, so it will be like integer type. Okay, mileage get set. Okay, so I have a mileage there. And let's just say the default will be 0. I don't set it, so it'll be 0. Well, let's just add it in here. Mileage is no, not 0. We'll call it maybe like the mileage. Let's just say that, I mean, this depends how you define it, right? Depends how you define it, right? So let's just say it takes about 350 miles per full tank, right? And you want to know how many miles per gallon is that, okay? So I'm going to copy this, put it in here on all of these, so they have some default data. Okay. Okay, so I have all these constructors here. So somewhere down here, I'm going to write a function so this function is going to be public, and it's going to return the integer of the mileage per gallon, right? So int, and then just say get mpg, and it returns something. So I'm going to return, let's just say that I return return statement, the mileage, let's just say divided by, I don't know, 10. Okay, and I save that. So over here, I'm going to add just to the last car, well, the first car. So let me go ahead and turn all these off. Let's turn all these top off. I don't need those for now. So we'll just use the last one here, the Dodge. So I'm going to add a new data. Well, it already has the data. I'm going to add down here the console write line, and we'll just put mpg, and this is going to be get the charger dot get mileage mpg. Okay, so if I save this, the default data will be printed. So it's 35 miles per gallon for this car. Okay, and I'm calling this function mpg. What if you want to pass another data instead of, let's say divided by 10? What if you want to divide it by a number that's past this function? Right? What if I want to say I want to divide this car by 5 instead of 10? Okay? So you can go and then here, you know what? I keep this default. I can create another function down here, but this one here takes an integer of maybe n, whatever that n is, right? And I'll divide that by n. Maybe it's because it's a hybrid, right? So if it's a hybrid, you divide that by a different value. If it's not, you divide it by 10. So you get more mileage. So if I save this, so now I save this, and let me turn this, well, let me copy this one here and put back to the Camry. So let's just say that the Camry is back, and the Camry is a hybrid, so it used 5 instead of the default. And then the Charger is pretty powerful car, consumes a lot of gas, right? Let me also put a line here. just separated so we know what that is, right? The /n, it's a character that adds you extra lines. Okay, so if I save this and I run it, so here's my Camry at the top. Ooh, that's a lot of gas saver here. Camry is at 70 miles per gallon and the Charger is at 35. Okay, I'm calling the same function by passing different data to it. Same as the constructor. Same constructor, I pass different data to it. Okay, this is a method overload. Okay, here, method overload. Because I'm using the same function, same method, has different signature. Okay, this is only in the same class. This case is the car class, right? The same class. So I can do that. I can add more number if I want. I can do a different calculation and just keep building this function with a different signature. As long as I have a different signature, I can have as many as I want. Okay, so again, same name, many forms. Okay, and inside here you can do anything you want, right? Here basically we do a simple calculation, but you could do something more. And because it's very specific to this function, even though it's the same function, I can do a different calculation here. Okay, so that's method overload.